This is one of the lessons from my course Creative Layouts for Web and Mobile Apps. And if you want to watch the whole 3-hour course, you can find the links in the description below of this video. Now let's go ahead and watch this video lesson now. We designers, we use grids to shape our design, to shape our layout and arrange different design elements according to that grid. Now, why do we use grids? Because human minds, we like organized things, we like balanced layouts, we try to find balance even with the imbalance in nature or things. So we are going to use different grids and we are going to align our different elements according to them to shape our design. Now let's understand what actually are grids. If you already know what are grids, margins, gutters or different terms, skip this lesson. For those who do not know, let's move on to the next slide. Now you can see I am showing you a 12 column grid for website design and it is called basically Bootstrap Grid. Bootstrap is a design framework for web developers. So let's see what are different parts of this grid. So you can see in the middle we have 12 dark lines or dark bluish lines, I would say them black lines just for simplicity. Okay, so we have 12 black lines in the middle. These are actually our columns. So our different design elements, we are going to place them into 2 columns or 3 columns or 4 columns depending on their sizes and widths and their arrangement. In the middle you see orange lines and those are actually gutters. Those are actually spaces between different columns. So right now they are 30 pixels and the column width is 65 pixels. So these spaces are actually going to have some breathing room inside our content or inside our page. On the left and the right, you can see those blue areas that are actually margins. Now margins are going to have some breathing room around your design. So gutters are going to have some breathing room inside your design and margins are going to have them on outside. So these are both very, you can say very important. Now I'm going to share a resource where you can download all different kind of different grid systems for different devices and different UI design tools for Figma, for Adobe XD, for Photoshop, for Sketch. It is not by me and it is from some UI design firm. So I'm going to share that link. I normally use them in my projects. I just open up that grid and start building my design from there. So make sure you download that. I'm going to include the link. Now let me show you how you are going to use these grids and how I have built this simple design just to show you how to use these grids. Now you can see over here at the top over here, we have a very big heading, which is this one. And I am using all the whole width of this one and just center aligning it. So if you have some element that is center aligned or in the middle of your design, you are not going to worry about your grids. So this is also center aligned and this button is also center aligned. But you can see over here that this button is spanning over 4 columns over here. So you can see these are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 columns including their gutters. So whenever you are placing your design objects, they are going to take like whole 2 columns or maybe 3 columns and or maybe 4 columns, 6, 7, 8. But there is a but, because I have seen a lot of students that they start making this mistake. Don't limit your creativity that we are going to have a button that is going to perfectly fit this 4 columns. You can have a button like this. Okay, so it all depends on your own ideas, and you are not always going to use the width and heights of your elements according to this grid. They are just there to align different things. Okay, so now move on to the next, you can see next section over here. Here I have this graphic on the left, which is an illustration, and you can see I have it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. So it is taking 7 columns over here, and then I left this margin and I started my, this is basically gutter, and then I started my text leaving this gutter. Now what does that actually mean is that whenever you are allocating your grids, number of grids to a content, you are going to leave and the next one is going to have a distance between them. So we need some distance. So we have to leave this margin. So try to understand this. For example, if I try to, let's say I try to squeeze this, oops, I try to move this in over here. Now you can see I am using 1, 2, 3, 4 columns over here, and I am leaving these 2 gutters and this actually column from here. Now I cannot do something like this, although I can do it, but this actually means that I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So whether you move it over here or over there, you are using 5 columns. So whenever you want to leave a whole column, you are going to leave this space, a column and its gutter. Okay, so you now if I want to arrange my, you can see, oops, let's move this. I'm going to move it over here. Now it is taking 4 columns, not 5. But whenever I my design elements, it start occupying the next gutter, it is actually taking the next column. So make sure you are designing and you understand how these actually grids work. Let me go to this Photoshop and show you actually what I actually meant. Let's okay, so if I want to squeeze it, maybe I want to have more space and I want to, you know, make it up to over here. Okay, so now you can see, although I have reduced the size of this graphic, it is still taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. So if I try to reduce it a bit more, okay, so over here, still it is taking 7 columns. If I want to have it taking 6 columns, I have to move away from this gutter. Now it is taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, and we have left 1 column over here. So this is actually understanding how you are going to use these grids. A lot of designers, my students, they make mistakes, they don't know how to use them. So I think this is going to make your mind clear about using grids. If you still have questions, you can ask them. I have seen students that actually ask me like 10 questions in a day, and I really appreciate it. Okay, let's move on to the next lesson and dig into grids a bit more.